So the other day there was a bunch of dudes who ran into a jewelry store to rob the place. Imagine that. Guess where it was? I'll give you 5 guesses. No, it wasn't a small town in Texas. No, it wasn't a small town in Florida. No, it wasn't a small town in Montana. No, it wasn't even a small town in New York or California. Guess where it was? San Francisco. I mean, y'all probably guess this. Anyways, I want to break this down because it's really interesting what happens. And Sir Gavin Newsom, the governor, you know why so many people are leaving your state, right? It's because you suck. Yes, it has a lot to do with it being expensive, there being state tax, housing not being affordable. But the number one reason why I think no one should live there is because of the gun laws. And guess who those come from? Gavin Newsom.
So today, I'm proposing the 28th Amendment to the United States Constitution raises the minimum age to purchase a firearm from 18 to 21. It mandates universal background checks. It institutes reasonable waiting periods for all gun purchases. And it bans civilians from buying assault rifles.
Have y'all seen their California legal AR-15s? What the hell is on the grip? Looks like the top of a toilet seat on there. But anyways, Gavin, I want you to watch this because this is a perfect example of what guns do when a robber sees one, okay?
Be careful because bad things can happen.
Robbers storm a consignment shop in Pleasant Hill, and they get more than they bargained for because a worker was armed and ready to act.
I show him my gun and I told him to stop it. I have a gun.
This is the moment a group of would-be robbers came face-to-face with 73-year-old Albert Marcous's .38 caliber revolver.
They ran because they saw my gun and I was, serious about it.
I mean, this is one of the major reasons why people have guns. Right here. And it worked. He didn't have to shoot it. They saw the gun, he was about to start being a cowboy with that hammer, and they ran. But no, guns are bad. If you live in California, it's going to take you a long time to get one, and we don't want you to have it, though. Now, let's count how many guys were in this store about to rob him. These guys would have probably stomped his ass out if he didn't have a gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys versus one older man. All the dude had was what looks like a 380 snub nose. And they all scattered like a bunch of pigeons on a road. Now what's interesting about this story is these robbers were actually pretty smart with how they did this. I keep saying this. If half of these robbers who are putting plots together, like more than just walking in and trying to grab stuff, if you put your mind to something good, you'd do fine. You wouldn't have to go rob places. But no, you want to be a thug. So what these dudes did was they sent this chick in here and she's scoping it out, talking to somebody, and she was going to let these guys in, but the security guard almost stopped them.
Surveillance video shows this woman walking through the store. Marcus says she was a scout, scoping out all the security cameras while on the phone with the young men. Here you see the woman walking out and stalling, trying to keep the security guard from shutting the door to let her friends in. But they force the door open and bum rush their way inside.
If they threaten my life or my life of the employees, I would use the gun.
And you should. And you shouldn't be scared to.
I didn't want to shoot anybody, right? But I have to make a statement. Too many bad things happened.
And that's the second point to this whole situation. What if he did have to use the gun? Remember, this is California. This isn't Texas. This isn't Alabama. This isn't some place where they respect self-defense and the use of a gun. In California, if you're in a self-defense situation with a gun, most of these DAs will look at you like you're the problem. Not the dude who came in and threatened your life. No, you're the problem. So what do you do in a situation like this if you shot these robbers? My suggestion would be to have an attorneys on retainer membership before something like this even happens. And then if something does happen, you give their hotline a call. Especially if you live in a state that is very blue, like California, New York. Attorneys on retainer should be far more expensive than what they charge for it. Even in California, even in New York. This is nationwide. They cover all 50 states. They don't care if you're charged with a crime. They don't care if it's a bad shoot. They don't care if it was an illegal weapon. As long as you can reasonably say, I acted in self-defense, they're gonna cover you. They have bail coverage. Like I said, they have a 24/7 hotline. And they aren't an insurance company. They aren't like these self-defense insurances where they have a whole bunch of exclusions to essentially drop you and not provide you the benefits. And we've seen it time and time again from these companies. Attorneys on Retainer was started by Mark J. Victor. He's a Marine, and it's a law firm. They aren't bound by the law in terms of what they can cover and what they can't. So, we're giving you $50 off when you sign up. Go make sure your family and you are legally protected with Attorneys on Retainer. So Gavin, in regards to this, do you have anything to say? I mean, with how hard it is to get a gun in your state. Some guy just used a gun to stop 7 robbers and a chick. And you're saying, oh no, there's no reason for them. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous why somebody would need a gun. How many guns are around you daily? How many security guards do you have? How many are at your residence? Oh, well, it's me. I'm Gavin Newsom. I've got to have some. You guys are the most inconsistent people in the world. It's like the governor saying, you know what? Nobody in this state should be able to drink alcohol. But then your cabinet is stocked with 500 different kinds of alcohol that you drink every night. And the problem doesn't necessarily lie with different views and different political affiliations. The simple fact is, these people high up in the government, they just think of themselves as more important than us. They think of themselves as the exception. You're not. You're the minority. We are the majority. Simple as that.